Where's EA?
Initiate games.
EA. What's the first thing?
The first thing is
Sims.
Andrew Wilson. Andrew Wilson always putting games first.
The new CEO for
Big impressive speech about innovation and inspiration.
We need to stop the conference halfway through so I can come onto the stage and say, we're putting gamers first, please forgive me. For the love of God, forgive me. That's basically it. That is the reason he did it.
That's what it was, yeah. Oh, God.
It's just everyone hates EA. Which is a shame.
It's not him either.
Yeah,
I
I think everyone hates Andrew Wilson.
It's his accent that does it for me.
Yeah. I like his lapels.
Oh yeah, they were like
Shiny lapels.
oh god, oh they were like faux leather. Or something. Maybe they were real
Faux leather. Maybe it's Wilson that real.
So,
Skinned it this morning.
Sims,
Mm-hmm.
we've agreed the only thing that we really want to mention is
Yeah.
that it uses dying as a selling point.
The untimely death of a young man.
Of a young teenager laughing himself to death after
Which
losing a fight to
happens.
an old woman.
Did you hear about that guy who he was watching the goodies and he laughed so much that he died?
No,
That's real. You can
No.
Google it.
I don't even know what the goodies is.
Google.com.
I was thinking today, I
Might not know
want
it.
to use the term Bill Odyssey.
Oh yeah.
Just at some point.
Oh okay.
I want that to be the punchline.
That could be the hashtag.
Yeah.
That could be the hashtag.
Maybe when he's dead, I'll do an anthology of Bill Oddie jokes. And I'll call it Bill Odyssey.
That's
You'll make an anthology jokes, that'll be the only joke.
That's the name of Bill Oddie's David Bowie cover up.
Is it?
Yeah, it's called a Bill Oddity.
That's good though.
Yeah, thanks.
Have you got a Bill Oddie joke?
We can
No.
workshop it. No, this improvisation. You say yes and.
Yes, and then we accidentally lose that footage and we go to... yeah, I'm not sure they've actually lost... I don't think they've... My sister, who loves Sims, insists that lots of vital stuff has been added, but she's an idiot. So, UFC.
Yeah. It's
That's
a
good.
fighting game.
Bruce Lee and his high-definition bulge was the only thing that I put...
I didn't look at his ball.
I did, I don't know why. I think it's because it was Bruce Lee.
Well,
Actually, it looked like a game I might get,
I don't think I...
but the fighting seemed a bit messy, I
I
thought.
don't know. I think it's the... it doesn't look smooth.
No.
But then I don't think
It's
UFC
difficult to do
does.
that. No.
You
Yeah.
don't have combos and you can't juggle people in the air in UFC. Bruce Lee
Can't-
can't be good.
Can't use fireballs either.
No.
But that's coming out like June 20th. Like,
Yeah,
all of these again are
it's
coming out
pretty
this year.
out, isn't it?
PGA with Frostbite 3, and I didn't really
Yeah.
see why that was necessary.
Not going to do it.
You're not going to do it?
Basically, they need
Let's
to
talk about
have-
the extreme fantasy courses.
Basically,
for a bit.
the extreme fantasy courses, they need to call the game mode Battlefield 4, otherwise they've missed out on a real treat. That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
I'm so glad. Anyway,
Also, it's got wildlife in it, so...
the extreme fantasy courses seem
Well, they've always had that.
obscene.
Yeah, but it's got... Yeah, they do. It depends how far they take it, because they only show Battlefield. But if they...
Battlefield 4.
But if they did...
FORE.
If they had... Yeah, it's a good joke. If they had, like, the Citadel from Mass Effect...
That'd be brilliant.
That'd be really, that's the...
But then why is it in a PGA game when we have games like Power Star Golf, which are...
Yeah.
Because they're doing
Actual-
that as well as the other stuff, so that
Yeah.
normal people want to buy it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically... It's got my favourite game in the... I can golf on my favourite map from Shooting Man.
From this EA property that I
Yeah.
love, because EA is the best.
Titanfall. I
Thanks,
can,
Andrew Wilson.
what happens with the wildlife if you hit a deer with the ball?
In Everybody's Golf,
Yeah.
which is a golfing game. Nothing. Because it's
Do you-
not fair. There's a deer there.
Do you then
That's
have to...
such a
Do,
build-up.
do you have to take the second shot off the deer?
Yes.
If
On
the
top of it.
if the deer's moving,
Then you have
could
to.
you lure it like with treats to like the whole like nuggets, chicken nuggets or something?
There is bait in the Tiger Woods. You have a bait, so you know you've got the clubs.
Yeah,
There's
bait,
bait on
bait
the
club,
side.
isn't it?
There's a
Yeah,
joke
it's the
about
bait
jailbait
one.
in there probably, but it doesn't make sense because
We'll
he
beep
cheated
on
on his
that,
wife,
'cause-
not with the child.
Oh, well, she was older than 18 years old.
Yeah, so it doesn't really count. Do you want to talk about Dawngate? And by us, do you want to talk about Dawngate?
Nah.
Sweet.
It's a MOBA.
Mirror's Edge.
Yes.
Still not interested in buying it.
No. Basically, they could have just had a man on stage playing the first Mirror's Edge and just been like, probably gonna look something like this.
Yeah.
It's white and it's a first person free roaming, which I think is a bit. I like the idea.
Wait, it's not free room.
Is it not free? Not free roam. Free running. I'm doing it again.
Yeah.
Free running.
Wait,
Words,
you
Matt.
play Mirror's Edge 1?
No, I didn't.
Well,
You should do.
Fine. I don't want to talk about Mirror's Edge anyway.
Emil Heskey said.
you
So-
played Mirror's Edge 1?
Yes.
You beaten it with it.
Still haven't been.
Right, everybody.
Does
So,
it- at the end of the
Listen to
game,
this.
Does it completely change?
Mirror's Edge 1 is a good game.
Cheers.
ruined by guns.
Yeah.
And then they
There's
put in more
parts that are really too hard because you're being shot at. Or, well, on the first playthrough, I didn't use guns, but you can use guns, which
You
seems
can.
like.
If you get the sniper, then you can just.
Oh, you have to do that, but you have to use a sniper at one point. But they let you use like assault rifles, and that's not good. That ruins the game. Also, yeah, there shouldn't be guns in that game. It shouldn't be a difficult game. It should be enjoyable.
Yeah. Well, it still is. Maybe it gets really difficult towards the end because I haven't finished it.
It does, because there's like everyone in a room, like 20 people just shooting at you. You gotta find out ways to be not shot at. It's not fun.
What you should do is get 2 guns, and if you shoot them like that, it's like more accurate.
Yeah.
Equilibrium style.
There is a button to flip people off. You can, if you fall backwards and you're looking at an enemy.
Is there?
Yeah, you can like flip.
Just before they murder.
Yeah, you get a
Before
you get
blast your eyes out.
Yeah, it's good. So that's a good game.
So, Battlefield Hardline, being made by Visceral Games. Was that? It wasn't made by them before. Well, the other Battlefield games were made by Visceral, were they?
No.
I don't know about. I don't know. I'm talking to you as the Battlefield guy because I know.
I played.
You played 3 and.
I think I played 2, 2142, and Bad Companies.
1943.
I didn't. Oh, I played 1943. I did play 1942.
So you've already got more experience than me and Jack combined, presumably.
You shoot
I
people.
played 1943. That's about it.
Yeah, it basically is a Battlefield mod that they've.
Yeah,
So
it looks like they're kind of just giving up on trying to outdo Call of Duty and the mass warfare thing, seeing that they probably could have done with Battlefield 4 if it wasn't the worst played game ever because it was horrendously glitchy. Apparently, I never played it.
Visceral, the guys who made what was that game that starts with the letter B? That was really trying to be really cool and like you can kick people.
Bulletstorm.
That's Visceral.
Anyway,
so it's like a departure for them.
Yeah, but it is basically it's like Battlefield, but it's street and really cool and hip.
Yes.
Oh, you've got street.
Streets.
I said it's like I think it's like FIFA Street to
But
the normal FIFA franchise because it's street.
It is pretty street.
I like FIFA Street first
I
one.
hope they're slanging it in games.
That's the first one.
Yeah, I hope that you can have a big weed on your chest.
A huge, just like massive
Ganja man.
weed.
Yeah.
It's like a big leaf.
Yeah.
And you like set front of the leaf and you like smell it.
Toking drugs is bad.
Don't do it, kids.
I don't think there was a release date announced for this, but I'm still pretty sure they'll get heists out before GTA 5 will.
Yeah, they definitely will.
Weird teleporting into vehicles kind of thing. As in you go up to a vehicle, press X, and then you're in it.
Where's
I don't know whether that's just because it's pre-beta. Although the beta was released.
The beta's out.
Yeah.
Good at playing it.
It's still...
Beta.
Fireworks.
Yeah.
Fireworks?
They said, the beta's out now!
Oh, yeah.
And there's
Here's
fireworks.
some steam.
Yeah.
Here's some Steam. I still won't get it,
No.
but it still looked more interesting to me than any other Battlefield or Call of Duty game that's come out.
I still, even though
recently.
even though we made fun of Advanced Warfare, I think it looks fairly
It looks
interesting.
like, what's that?
I think I said
Guns of
it looks better than the last 3. I think I said.
Call of Juarez. Remember?
Yeah.
They're the Streets one.
Oh, the cartel. Oh.
Far Cry 4.
Yeah.
Just supposedly a gameplay trailer, but didn't actually show any gameplay.
They
It was an
did show some
engine
gameplay.
Well,
They showed some turrets and you know.
Yeah, there you go. Started off strong with a good cutscene.
I think Sony showed gameplay. Ubisoft didn't.
Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah.
Ubisoft showed the
They showed the
creepy,
start.
creepy trailer of
Yeah.
the guy.
With, what's his name? Something Min.
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's a baddie, but I thought that with the pink suit they were going to have him in the classic camp villain, but
He was pretty effeminate.
Let's see where they go
I
with
don't
that.
think he was.
It wasn't full on camp, but he was an effeminate crazy.
Not that I mind if they. It's just a bit cliche if they did make him.
Then they
The
can fuck that up.
The only other things I put about Far Cry 4 was that Dan Hay, the executive producer, has an awesome voice. And hopefully Aisha Tyler won't go on about lady boners for the entire... She didn't. She was actually fun. She was actually funny this time, and I'm glad that she stuck around. Because it's kind of a fuck you to the internet, because the internet hated her.
Yeah.
And she just went, I don't care, I like games, I'm going to hang around, and sometimes I'll make a joke that's actually funny.
It's good that
And
they
she
have
did,
it.
'cause she just took the piss out of the internet.
Yeah. The rest of them, it's like, it's usually executives trying to make jokes, and that's always bad.
Yeah, it's awful. We'll get on
So
to
the fact
Sony
that
later.
they got like a spokesperson for like Ubisoft, good. But yeah, Far Cry 4. The thing that Sony announced, this is still about Ubisoft, is that on PS4 you can play co-op with someone who doesn't have the game.
But then,
Yeah.
I was thinking, how's that going to work?
Well, so they explained in a podcast.
Oh, did they?
Like,
Shoot.
it was you can't play the whole game like that,
I was thinking.
but the person who doesn't have the game can download a part of the game and play it with you that way for free.
I was thinking it's going to be like, remember, you could play Mario Kart on DS.
Yeah, I was going to say that. The DS, but that was like a DS thing.
Yeah.
The whole time they pushed the thing of like someone can have the cart and you have to, and then you play.
That was really good.
Which is really good.
But you could just play as one character, couldn't you?
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean,
It was
you
limited, but
yeah, well, you can
it's
do
still
that.
good. Yeah.
Tom Clancy's The Division. I still kind of like the look of this game.
Yeah,
It's interesting. They've kind of gone for more of a RPG-ish health bar.
RPG shooter.
Yeah.
I just think it looks really nice. But when you pan in to the underground bit, you could see the road that they'd used for the Expo like a year ago.
So
which I thought was
maybe it's
They
smaller
haven't-
than I think.
it might. It's supposed to be. I don't know whether Massive is the name of the company. I think that's the company who's making it, not a comment on the actual game. Yeah, it's just the fact that it's a shooter and it looks like it has a story, which was better than I expected.
They're not characters that are running about. They're people pretending to be playing on live.
That was annoying.
They
That
did
was
that last
annoying,
time.
yeah.
It's really annoying. So, look, nobody speaks like that.
No,
No,
because for a bit I
some
thought,
vocal
if that's the
will be
characters,
better.
it's like if that was the characters, I just thought, okay, it talks like they're cyber shooter people.
You think that it's
And
just
then-
rubbish voice acting?
Yeah, it just is.
I
Like,
don't know what.
with the amount of money they make, they can hire decent. They've got them in the fucking gate. Well, some of them have.
They need to sound like normal people.
Yeah,
The
they do.
kind of normal people that play a game and say tango down when they kill. And anyway.
There's a
I
guy with
think,
6.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Clacking with your boomstick.
but I don't know. The environments look kind of boring and all the same.
Well, it's
It's
I know, like, what can you do with that? But don't make the game in the first place. If it's gonna look boring,
I like the mini map thing.
Maybe there'd be a retro 8-bit bit for you, Jack, and you can go and it would be
There's
like,
an arcade that you
it'd be
can go
like Streets
into.
of Rage bit in
in
Saints
Saints
Row.
Row.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Best bit.
But I thought I like the map thing. The fact that you're just standing in the middle. That's just because it was a little bit of it. That's
I
cool.
like the diegetic UI where you're like that's a big
pretty
word.
sweet.
It's a big word. I'll explain it to you
I
later.
don't know.
The things come up just on the screen.
Like they did. Did they do that in Borderlands 2?
No. So I'm talking about when they go to the train station. and
Oh,
like,
yeah, I know what
this
you
is
mean,
what
yeah.
happened. This is what where the train was here and things were happening like
Yeah, I
so
know.
many hours ago.
That's pretty
They were
sweet.
like, that's cool, and also the fact that the UI is like
Diabetic. You are.
Diabetic.
the diabetic UI.
The co-op looks pretty good. I don't think I'll ever say this about anything. I think the tablet function looks kind of cool.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, and you can, like last year it was all like, you can close the door
Oh, yeah.
on thing,
And everyone was like, what?
Yeah.
Bullets through it.
shoot paint cans and paint comes out.
Seriously.
Yes!
Crazy. And an annoying thing that keeps recurring is that in these games is that the guy playing can't aim for shit.
Yeah.
They're so bad. I think they're bad just to say, oh, because if we did it, then it would end too quickly. But then that's kind of just lying to your
I
audience.
don't mind too much.
And it generally looks like a good game if it ever comes out, because it
Yeah.
looks like they have done almost nothing
I've heard
in a
like
year.
there's been development problems about that. Like
There
this
have been
time
with a
again.
lot of things.
So that might be bad,
Yeah.
actually.
Um,
One more thing about Tom Clancy.
Yeah.
I hope it's a pun.
We're gonna
Is it a
edit
pun?
in a minute silence right here. No, we'll do it for a minute silence because Tom Clancy died recently. And
oh, yeah,
I love that guy. He was great.
I've got
He
no
was the
idea.
life of the party.
I
Anywhere he went,
Died doing what he loved, didn't he?
what was that?
Fighting, probably.
I genuinely have no idea who he is. I knew he died, but that was just because of a Rooster Teeth
We'll
thing.
edit
where they
that
were
out.
He was a professional murderer for the state.
And he wrote about it.
Sweet. Okay. The Crew.
Nah, he drove cars.
Yeah, the only thing that was the one I meant when I said that
Yeah.
you have the entire USA to travel, which is pretty cool.
Oh, by the way,
Close
just say about Tom Clancy. Tom Clancy has a son.
He's so obsessed with Tom Clancy.
See?
Always Clancy, isn't it?
I know, like you
All the
love
time
him.
with you.
Tom Clancy has a son called Tom Clancy, but with a H in, like Thom Clancy.
Yeah, Tom Clancy.
Like Thom York.
Well, he hasn't got a son called Tom Clancy. He's got a son called Thom
It's
Clancy.
called Thom Clancy, and he's a game developer.
Is he?
I can't remember who he works for, but he's pretty high up.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Well, it's because his dad's Tom Clancy, and
Probably.
he'll send around his goons.
probably not anymore, right? He's dead. So.
Yeah, well, he is dead, but his goons are probably still loyal, viciously loyal.
So that was The Crew.
The Crew. That was the Crew.
That's the Crew.
That's literally the only thing that was worth saying about The Crew is that you drive cars and it's got the entirety of America.
Crew's a game about Tom Clancy's son.
Shape Up.
Yeah.
Shape Up.
Thom.
Shape Up.
Mhm.
Which
Mini games.
looks interesting. It looks like it's just
Fitness mini games.
desperately trying to get people to get fit again.
But it looks like fun at the same time.
It does actually look kind of fun. It looks like the. Did you ever get iToy for the PlayStation?
Yeah, I had
It looks
that.
like because those games are kind of good.
Yeah.
But it looks like
for the time though.
Yeah.
it looks like the animation style is really strong. But they haven't just thrown it together. It looks like someone cared about it.
Yeah.
So
Well, the guy advertising it clearly gave a shit about it because he was hyper.
but yeah,
Valiant Hearts.
sad dog
It
game.
was so sad.
I don't know. It's just a trailer about being sad. I can't. Really...
But I think
They didn't say what the game was.
no, they didn't.
So-
I still want to get it.
There's a sad dog in it though.
Sad dog.
I kind of want to get it.
Video
but
game.
Everyone's been going mental about this game. Like everything I've heard is just like Valiant Hearts. It looks like it's gonna be a really good game. They haven't actually showed anything. They've just showed a dog being sad with lots of people. I don't actually know what's gonna happen.
It's a dog's view of the war, though, isn't it? It's man.
So it's in black and
man's
white.
inhumanity to man by a dog.
That can't comprehend
But it
Such
can.
things.
It can because
because it's a
it's
dog.
the player. It's the player dog. So it's man's inhumanity to man, but looking at it through the eyes of a dog, being played by a man or a woman or a child, but
Or-
they're still men and women. really.
Could
They're
could
just
also be
smaller.
played by a dog if the dog's like.
It's man's inhumanity now.
But that's coming out in 5 days, June 25th.
Really?
So yeah, it's coming out. That's,
And we still know what the game is. I bet we looked it up. It was it's
So-
a platform.
Twin stick shooters.
Dual stick shooter. It's it's a first person shooter actually.
Yeah.
He plays the dog,
was
and he's brutal. he's sad because of all the people. he's
Remember
killed.
the dog in Jet Force Gemini that had like tank tracks and stuff? Anyway, you play as that dog.
Okay.
was
It's got a machine gun on his back.
was Siege mentioned in another? Was it mentioned at Sony?
No.
No, Siege.
Rainbow Six Siege.
That was good.
Because I just talk about it now.
It's Counter Strike,
It is Counter Strike.
but it takes place in a house.
I
Well,
really like
What
the
they
look of it.
showed, yeah. Well, because the Siege is like that's like Counter Strike in a house,
Mm.
right? So there's like terrorists and
I
we've got the
like Counter-Strike,
hostage. They've got the hostage in the house, and the thing they
in
showed
house.
in the house.
Hostage in the house.
It's a good reference. LEG, check it out. LEG.com.
I really like the look of it. I really want to get it. But again, the two things that annoy me is that the person we were watching was literally the worst shot ever, and it had the same thing with. It's another Tom Clancy one. It had the same thing with people just going, "Watch out!" What was the guy's name? The main bad guy who was just the guy. So watch out for Havoc. He likes to run around and shoot people. I was like, it's the voice acting again, the people pretending that it's real, because nobody does that when they play the
Yeah,
game. Some
fair
people do, but some people live in basements for the good of society. Shut up, Skype.